actually have to go back and search a section. 710. That it says bingo anyway. For long it says bingo is one thing. Just went on too many travel time. Yes. Doing a cashmere green. Yes, my greens. It's not necessarily just what it is, but that somebody spent a lot of money on it at some point. Spent time carving it. I did just notice it's missing its scrub brush. I'm guessing that was a scrub brush, but you can't see his wiener because of the live, so that's at least a bonus. So have to show the team what we're going for. I think you should. Aiming for third place. I just shooting kind of high, but not too high. Oh, and I was so. Oh, this is for best team name. This is Make Room for Tiny by Big Tiny Little. Doesn't he look like a skis? Yeah. Right. For Tiny Spaghetti Rag. Yeah. Yeah. Hindustan. Written by George Wallace. I hope it's a different one. Oh. Why are so black and white so red? Well, because it's a little behind. That's that long of a delay, though, which really. That one's still. Would you mind restarting them? Sorry, because then that turns into such a nightmare. Good evening, folks. Welcome down to Cranky Sam. We're going to get started with trivia here in just a couple minutes. If you'd like to join us, it is free. You can grab 4 slips of paper and a pen. We will have a prize for dumbest team name tonight. So if you want to come up with something really stupid, you could win something really stupid. And we'll get started here in just a couple minutes.
How many do you need?
4 sheets.
Thank you.
Betcha.
Can't really fix it.
Of course, yeah.
You just fix this. That
Oh, yep. He's setting them all up. We'll see if this goes here. The technology, of course, always the fun part. One crazy. Not too bad. If you still need to see some pets from the bar, feel free. They always steal mine, and then they wonder why I steal their. Oh, it's caustic. Yeah, it's from New Zealand. Yeah. 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 First time I'd ever been out of the country. I was down there back in like '01. And oh gosh, I haven't either. I mean, I meant to be down there for 6 weeks and I stayed for a little over a year. It's like an illegal transient worker on vineyards and stuff. I was like, for a little Montucky boy, it was pretty funny. So yeah, weirdly, I haven't, except when I do shows and stuff where I can't have it on, I just haven't ever taken it off since then. It was pure white, and now it's this really ugly orange.
neat.
Yes, patinaed, if you will. Could you ever turn up the other music?
How you doing?
Okay.
Lesson go.
Plan to come in. Good. I mean, I think it's fine. You can grab 4 of those if you want.
Okay, we got 2 at the table, but they
Honestly, I would grab them one at a time because I spill everything I touch. So, but it's up to you. Nope, you was signing up for your first round. I'll be registering in. Thanks, man.
got 2 tables.
Also, I think breakfast is here when I got you. It's Jen's. Oh, okay. And then she had a golden doodle.
Yeah, thanks to that.
This is kind of a like outfit.
What's that?
Kind of wants this.
Well, first of all, where the hell would you put it? Second of all, just collect dust. And thirdly, it's clearly broken because you know he had a scrub brush here. Plus, you know you can't see his wiener because it says lye soap, so you can't even see it, so it's worthless.
Rich doll.
Well, it depends on how you like things being cursed. This would definitely give you the tacky vibes, you know, like what? Alrighty, folks, we're going to start trivia in about 1 minute. This is your last call to come grab some slips if you'd like to join us. Have you out of here by 9 and tickle your brains and hopefully you're fancy a bit. All right, let's go ahead. Good. All righty, let's get this show on the road. If it's your first time down or it's been a while, please check out those screens. Here's how tonight's going to go. We're going to have 4 rounds of 10 questions each. Each question is worth 1 point. But if you look on your answer sheet, there's a star in the top right corner. If you circle the hell out of that star, that will double the points for that round. Meaning if you got 8 correct, you'll actually get 16 points. We won't do any repeats tonight, so please take some notes, either on the back of your another sheet or wherever it works out well for you. Tonight, as always, first place prize is a $30 drink card, second place $20 drink card, and third place a surprise prize, which tonight is this grizzled old prospector naked taking a bath. This piece of beautiful modern art is entitled Spring Cleanin'. Minus the G. This trash could be yours if you do well, but not too well down here tonight. We also have an even stupider prize for the best team name, which I usually just pick whatever made me giggle slightly. Here's the rules. We don't have many of them, so please follow them. No cell phones out during rounds at all, please. Also, we have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, you can still play, but you can't win prizes. And I do need you to mark more than 6 people or something very clearly at the top. I want you to keep your answers quiet. Some people, they're called tacky assholes, think it's funny to shout out answers randomly. Don't do that. I've been teaching small children all day, and I swear to God upon everything holy, your mother will cry when she sees what I've done to you. I am out of patience, but still so full of frustration. And finally, last but not least, remember, it is just trivia. So if you find yourself getting real worked up, don't. It's free. Before we go any further, we've been running a summer tournament this summer, and I just want to show this. We haven't showed the scoreboard here at all yet. So this is our current team. We have 15 teams in our summer tournament. And here are where the scores are sitting as of now. It's a little small, isn't it? Well, you can figure it out. Just squint a lot. But currently in the lead with 207 points is number 15. They initially were summer team, but they can change their name anytime. Right on their tail with 193 is Pretty Prideful Pirates, or they were back in the day. And Wet Hot Merkin Summer has 192. That's our top 3. It's not too late to join the tournament. All you have to do is write tournament on your sheet somewhere. I'll assign you a number, and we'll add up all of your points for the rest of summer. And we have not even crappy, but kind of crappy prizes for our winners of that. So, again, if you're interested, if you are part of the tournament, make sure to write your number down. If you're not and would like to come back a few more times and add up your scores, feel free to write tournament on your sheet. With all that being said, let's get this show on the road. Please put your team name at the top. And we're going to start round number one in celebration of Montana Folk Fest in Butte this weekend. We're going to do a round of American folk heroes. I'll ask you a question. You answer it because that's how trivia works. All right, let's dive right into our first question. Some of these, I don't know how easy or hard these are going to be, but we'll find out, I guess. Round number one, question number one in American folk heroes, known as the King of the Wild Frontier, what congressman from Tennessee was killed at the Alamo?
And then you that
I'll give you about 10 more seconds. So take some notes if you need to. I'll give you a couple minutes at the end of the round. But for now, we're going to move on in 10 seconds. And a reminder, no repeats. Let's move on to question number two in American folk heroes. Born Henry McCurdy, what was the better known alias of an outlaw rumored to have killed 21 men before being shot by Sheriff Pat Garrett? Give me that nickname or alias. Ten seconds. Take some notes if you need to. Question number three in American folk heroes. What Lakota leader present at the Battle of the Little Bighorn is controversially honored with an unfinished memorial near Bern, South Dakota? I'd be pissed if I was stuck in South Dakota too. Ten seconds. Make a guess or take some notes. Question number four in those American folk heroes. What American patriot and spy for the Continental Army is reported to have said, I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country before his execution? Name that American folk hero. Ten seconds. Question number 5 in those American folk heroes, known largely thanks to a traditional ballad. What railroad engineer was killed when his passenger train collided with a stalled freight train in Vaughan, Mississippi? And seconds. Question number 6. Geronimo, which you've all heard of, was a military leader and medicine man for the Bodocoy band of what native people linguistically related to the Navajo? What large group that we kind of put together as one big tribe because of their language was Geronimo part of? And seconds. Again, take some notes. I'll give you 2 minutes at the end. Question number 7. Erroneously considered an American Robin Hood, what outlaw and pro Confederate guerrilla is accused of atrocities against Union soldiers and civilian abolitionists, including the Centralia Massacre of 1864? Here's the deal. I'm sure you've heard of him, but what is his name? Ten seconds. Question number 8. Also the middle name of a famous Civil War general. What Shawnee chief formed a Native American confederacy to combat the United States? Ten seconds. Question number 9. Just 2 more in our American folk hero round. What escaped slave and early black lawman working mostly in Arkansas and the Oklahoma territories was credited with arresting more than 3,000 felons? Name that badass. 10 seconds. And finally, question number 10. What sharpshooter and storyteller who worked with Annie Oakley in Buffalo Bill's famous show owned a ranch near Miles City? You can give me her nickname or her real name. I'll take either one. And seconds.
Downright from this guy. Thank you.
And just like that, folks, round number 1 is done. I will give you 2 minutes from right now to look over your answers and get your sheets turned in upside down in front of this naked old creepy codger.
I think I saw that person today.
Yeah. Since Greg probably here, Gary.
I was up in Lake County, so I probably seen them.
We're probably get pretty close.
Right.
So down there, thank you. Yeah.
One minute left. All your slips need to be turned in upside down, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Please, thank you. We did bad. That's okay. I'm sitting right there for me next time. But it's okay. Lots of people look like they did. Don't feel bad. You're good company.
And last call for slips. We need all slips up, please. That's it. Am for right now. Yeah, thank you. You got to keep an eye on me though. I wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you for your patience. We have 24 teams tonight, so that's 240 answers for me to, I would say correct, but just to judge the hell out of. One of my few bright points in my pedantic asshole life. Let's dive in, though, and check your answer, see how your team did. There was two famous people that died at the Alamo. One of them, though, was a congressman from Tennessee, and his name was Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. I think we all know he killed Tim Burr when he was only 3. 3 different teams put Marty Robbins on this one, which I really like. He did sing a very famous song about this guy, but I think Sheriff Pat Garrett must make 22. But actually, you might have known him better as Billy the Kid, or William H. Bonney was his other alias. I could tell on this one, people were like, oh my God, it's one of the 2 that I actually know. A lot of you picked the wrong one. That's Crazy Horse. Sitting Bull is currently not violating a sacred mountain in South Dakota. But some Polish guy thought Crazy Horse should, I'll tell you what. Number 4, this one's also kind of just fun for me because I get to see the other side. Some people confused, I regret that I have only one life for my country, with Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death, which was quoted by Patrick Henry. This guy was Mr. Nathan Hale. Nathan Hale. This ballad was sung by all sorts of folks. Really just kind of made him a folk hero, even though he's just a random guy. That's Casey Jones. Casey Jones. A lot of you guessed who's the steel driving man? John Henry, thank you. Yeah, well, that was a good guess, because railroads, but very different situations. Arapaho came up a lot, which I'm pretty sure is more of an East Coast tribe. I could easily be wrong. We're looking for Apache. Again, less of a tribe and more of a people that shared a language. But Geronimo was an Apache, fighting against both the U.S. and Mexico. This one's one of my favorite ones because if you just do a quick Google search, they're like, he was awesome in every imaginable way. That only came around during Jim Crow because surprisingly, the South was trying to make one of their asshole Confederates seem cool. He was actually a complete dick. That's Jesse James. You'll go down in flames and history just like Jesse James. This one got me because a lot of you seem to know the answer but didn't really read the question. About 5 teams put Sherman, but if you think a Native American leader is Sherman, you are wrong. We're looking for Sherman's middle name, Tecumseh. Tecumseh Sherman. It's got your lines crossed there a bit. There is actually, I guess, a new show out about this guy. That 3,000 estimate is considered the low end. He also shot about 25 people and killed them in self-defense. A lot of you put Lance Bass, but we were looking a little bit more for Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves. And I love all you chauvinists that think we don't have any women cultural heroes or folk heroes. There's not many of them because what have women ever done? But this badass, she also lived in Virginia City, Montana's capital at the time, for a hot minute. Great gal, raging alcoholic, died of horrible liver disease. That's Calamity Jane. Her and Annie Oakley would do shooting contests together in Buffalo Bills. Bang. So, if you did not do particularly well on this, you are in very good company. Look around. Most of those teams did about as well as you did, so you can feel comfy and safe. I promise other rounds will be different. Not necessarily easier, but maybe a little more up your all's alley. Let's check those scores now and see how you did. We'll also give out our best team name prize. First goose egg of the night. I don't like to see those. And people say Chicago has some of the worst public education in the country. If you see a T after your name, it just means I haven't assigned you a tournament number yet, but I will eventually here. And here we are at the top of the list with team number 15, Farewell Donna, getting a perfect 10 out of 10. In second place is Soda Brains with 8 points, and tied for third is Maybe He Was Jesus and Make America Think Again. My personal favorite team name out of all those was the Spread Eagle Scouts. Where are you guys at? Spread Eagle Scouts? Raise your hand. I have a prize for you. Come get it. I offer to you on vintage vinyl, Make Room for Tiny, the amazing album by Big Tiny Little. It includes a song called Hindustan. I'm guessing it's racist as all hell. Enjoy. All right, folks, we survived our first round. Let's dive right into round number 2. Oh, and also, not that they're paying me or anything, but you should check out Buttes Folk Fest this weekend if you can. It's awesome. It's free. They have musicians from around the world playing traditional, like awesome folk music. It's stellar. But we're going to get a little less niche for round number 2. This is going to be a good old random round. 10 random questions for you to answer with the correct answer or the wrong answer, and then I judge you for it. Here we go. Question number 1 in our random round. What U.S. state is home to Carlsbad Caverns National Park? Name that state. Ten seconds. Question number 2 in our random round. What character wears a size 10/6 hat? Ten seconds. Question number 3 in our random round. What major event happened on May 18th, 1980? Ten seconds. Again, take notes if you need. You'll have a couple minutes after the round. Moving on to question number 4 in the world of dance. Sometimes I just want to dance. What legendary choreographer directed the movies Cabaret and All That Jazz? And seconds. Well, I'm giving you a 25% chance here on this one. What season begins with the vernal equinox?
Let's worry about it. Come on.
And seconds. Any of you regulars know I don't do a lot of sports ball questions, but I try to put one in every game. Here we are. How many umpires oversee a regular season Major League Baseball game? You know, the blind ones you like to scream at after a few too many cheap, well, shitty and expensive beers? Ten seconds. Take some notes if you need to. Here's a question for you, Utes. What state was Beyonce born in? And that is Beyonce Carter Knowles, not Beyonce Smith, that you might have confused her with. Ten seconds. Let's somebody read this one carefully just so you're not confused. It's not complicated, but just read it. Along with Adams, Roosevelt, and Bush, what other two surnames have been shared by more than one U.S. president? 10 seconds. And again, please take notes. You'll have a couple minutes at the end. Question number 9. What French impressionist is most famous for, is what it should say. His paintings of ballet dancers.
Okay.
10 seconds. And last but not least, in our random round, question number 10. The name Hibernia was used by the Greeks and Romans for what modern day country? Hibernia. Ten seconds. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for round number 2. And a really quick notice to everyone, if you're like, I think we came to the wrong kind of trivia, then I promise the next 2 rounds are completely different. You'll be just fine. So your 2 minutes, though, starts now to get your slips turned in upside down in front of the naked crotchety man.
Remember, this isn't important information, it's trivial information. So don't ugh and grug on yourself. You can just wait in the alley or exfoliate. Upside down right there for me. That's great. Oh, you're okay.
Don't forget, you can circle your star for double points for this round.
Yes,
My answer to number 3 is at the bottom of my thing.
did you draw a little arrow for me?
I will.
That'll help me a lot. Yes, absolutely. And actually, now's a really great time to do it. Yes. What's your teammate? Crown Jewels. You know what? You're right. I couldn't see Apache. It looked like a Vaho.
Oh.
It was going through. It was going through quickly. I'll get you that extra point. Thank you for bringing it up.
About 30 seconds left till we need all slips in, please. 30 seconds. And last call for all slips, please. Last call.
Yes. I'd love it phone if I could. It's a cashmere, I'm sorry.
That girl was like, trivia man wants trivia man wants a beer.
She's in Richard for like a couple weeks.
He was laughing.
You're like, this is really an asshole.
Yeah, he's like,
Alrighty, folks. Thanks again for your patience. Let's dive into answers to round number 2, our random round. A lot of you were in the right part of the nation anyway for this one. Well, we were looking for New Mexico. You know, the Mexico that's new. So I'm confused. The amount of you that said Yosemite Sam for this is shocking. It's the Mad Hatter. He actually has the size. Am I missing? If I'm missing something, let me know.
10 shillings.
Oh, well, then there you go. I fucked it up then. Well, there we are. Welcome to Trivia.
For this style. 10-6.
Okay. On May 18th, that was Mount St. Helens erupting. Mount St. Helens. In general, I like you to be specific, but if you just put Mount St. Helens, that's fine. But in the future, when I'm not so exhausted after working with children, I'm much more of a dick. So always be as specific as possible. Legendary choreographer is Bob Fosse. If you've never heard of him, but you've seen Michael Jackson dance, you've heard of him. All those original moves of MJ were stolen straight from the lovely Mr. Fosse, though he's also kind of a prick. Listen, he's talent, okay? Deal with it. The vernal equinox, 1 out of every 4 seasons, that's spring, 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 spring. Umpires in a sports ball game. You get 4 of them. 4. Beyonce was born in Tejas. Tejas. Of those presidents, we had everybody kind of figured out Johnson, but then it got worse from there. And that's William Henry Harrison and Benjamin Harrison, Andrew Johnson and Lyndon B. I forgot to mention at the top, spelling does not matter, but phonetics do. So I want to say on this one team put down like a 9-letter answer for the last name, but it was phonetically correct for looking at Gal Dugal. And they were like, Dugalison. It's gorgeous. You know the paintings. You've seen them. And finally, last but not least, this is going to break some of y'all's hearts, I can tell. Or now I'm just building it up and waiting for the computer. Hibernia was the island of Ireland. Ireland. I would have taken North Ireland as well, but that would be weird. A lot of you guessed Scotland. Scotland is actually known as Caledonia. Caledonia. So let's check your score, see how you did. Again, if you're on a struggle bus tonight, do not worry, you're amongst good. Well, I wouldn't say good friends, but friendly enough folks. Only Hugh, I'm sorry I spelled your name wrong before. I was like, oh, wait, I see what they're doing here. Also, if you just joined the tournament, I did assign you a number. So remember that number. You can change your name, but we need to keep that number. And here we are at the top of the list. In first place with 28 points is Farewell, Donna. Where are you going, Donna? Sucker. Enjoy the heat and humidity. Sucker. Maybe he was Jesus was in second place with 25 points, and third place is Crown Jewels, who got an extra point. I misjudged theirs. If I mess up, please let me know kindly. I'm happy to check things out and fix it for you. All that being said, we're going to dive into a very different kind of round here. You're going to miss the best round. You would have done the best on it. None of your GD business. You have to wait for 2 seconds. This next round will be a photo round, so make sure that you can see one of the TVs clearly-ish. Next round's going to be one of our classics we do down here fairly often. These are Matt Damon movies without Matt Damon. I'm going to show you a screenshot of a movie in which Matt Damon appeared, but Matt Damon will not be in that shot. You have to guess or choose the movie that Matt Damon was in without his dumb little face. Matt Damon, his dumb little face in it. I love Matt Damon. He's a good boy. We'll start off nice and easy here for you. Make sure your team name is at the top. Don't forget about those stars. Here we are with number 1. Name the movie. Ten seconds. Question number 2, name this Matt Damon movie without Matt Damon. Make sure to keep your guesses quiet, please.
My brown.
Get it, girl. Get it. Ten seconds. Moving right along here to number 3. Name the Matt Damon movie. Ten seconds. See, sometimes I'm nice. How about number 4? Name the Matt Damon movie. Ten seconds. How about number 5? Name that movie. And seconds. Yo, let's move on to question number 6. Name the Matt Damon movie. Seconds. How about number 7? Name the film. Seconds. Just 3 more here. How about number 8? Name the Matt Damon movie. Yeah. 10 seconds.
My double that I heard.
Number 9. Name the movie that Matt Damon was in. Not so funny now, is it? Hey, like them apples. Ten seconds. And as I mentioned before, please be specific if you need to on any of these. And finally, question number 10. Name the movie that Matt Damon was in. Glad you don't have friends or don't go anywhere. 10 seconds.
What I tell you, see, you did good, huh? You were happy helper, little buddy.
All right, folks, that does it for round number 3. I'll give you 2 minutes starting now. I won't be here to manage it, so please turn them in upside down in front of the naked prospector.
Look that. It's doing like, it's like, 30 seconds, so we need all slips in, please. 30 seconds. Yeah. Oh, yeah, not for you. Other people are like, thank you so much. And last call for all slips, please. Last call. Maybe it's because you're late. But it's so adorable.
You can do that too.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Maybe look them up later tonight.
No, neither of that. It's gonna be really loud. You might want to stand right here.
We're looking at the t-shirts. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you can speak. I just don't want to be too loud.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks, let's check those answers to round number 3.
Get on back here. Get a cool T-shirt.
Some of you clearly confused Matt Damon for like Mark Wahlberg, given your answers. Listen, they're both kind of chumps from the East Coast that are real cool about what they are. This, yes, fairly straightforward, really shot Matt Damon into the world. That was Good Will Hunting. What I really find interesting, though, is that like 3 teams put like Dead Poet Society, but then they also picked other weird, wrong answers all at the same time. Long story short, if you're hearing other people and cheating, you should probably stop because they suck. Nothing says fun like realistic war action in the Saving Private Ryan.
So you get them all.
This was Ford versus Ferrari. Never seen it, couldn't be bothered, but it exists. This really could have been any of the series. This was Ocean's 11. One team just put Ocean's the fuck I know, and I was like, good enough. Sometimes I'm nice. Sometimes. And I'll explain to you, I wasn't nice on some later, so. This classy movie was We Bought a Zoo. We Bought a Zoo. Number 6, nothing screams, I believe, late 90s-ish, than Alanis Morissette as a silent god in Dogma. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's about the end times, and Matt Damon is an angel. Of course he is. A lot of you think Matt Damon could handle a Shakespearean role. Romeo and Juliet popped up a lot. This is the Brothers Grimm. The Brothers Grimm. That is another late great actor up there you might recognize. Number 8, I Love You All. This movie was about Liberace, but it was not called Liberace. It was called Behind the Candelabra. Behind the Candelabra. Yeah, weird guesses on this one. Part of the Bourne series or something, maybe. This movie's called Elysium. Elysium. I'm not going to say it's good, but like I've definitely seen worse. And finally, last but not least, this one I did have to be a bit of a turd about. So, wait for it to pop up here. This is a Thor movie, but if you just wrote Thor, I couldn't take it. It is Thor Ragnarok, but if you just put Ragnarok, I did take it because I can do whatever I want. You're not my real mom, and you can't tell me what to do. So let's check your scores, see how y'all did. And also, Rob ran off without getting me another beer, so if we can just boo him when he comes back.
Now, where did it end up? She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Wait, no, that's great.
I just saw a really trashy third place prize that these folks won a while ago. Somebody repainted it, put it in their garden, and I'll be honest, it's not as tacky as it should be. So you never know how those things are going to work out. Here's our current scores as we move through here.
And I prefer to black.
Black, done.
So yeah, but it's
Tell Robbie sucks, mate.
Hey, Hunter. Okay, good to see you. Hunter. Yeah, I ran into you. Yes.
Guys, I didn't even get drinking 5 beer, probably that son of a fuck.
And we did hike up today.
And here we are at the top of the list yet again. Farewell Donna still holding strong with 37 out of a possible 40 at this point. Maybe he was Jesus as 34 and in third place. Make America think again. But I have to say, you name a single fucking time in this country when we were thinking. I'll wait. I'll wait. So how about just make America think in general? I'd support that a little bit more. All right, folks, we are up to our final round of the night. If you have not used your star yet, I will not automatically star you. So please make sure to circle that star right now for your best chance. And this round is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be 10-letter words with 2 N's in them. The N's are consecutive. Essentially crossword clue style. And every answer is 10 letters long and has 2 N's. Please don't shout out answers. About this time is when people had just enough beer to be obnoxious turds. Like me. I do it professionally. All right. Let's dive in here to.
Second.
Yes, consecutive double N's, just like you'd see it up there. They might be at the end of the beginning, but I don't think they are, to be honest. No guarantees. Oh, here's an example. I'll give you just a very simple example because you won't be asked a question. You'll just be given a clue. If I give you dry white wine, you would say Chardonnay with those 2 N's. 10 letters long, 2 consecutive N's. Let's dive right into number 1. A ubiquitous emulsion of oil, egg yolk, and acid. Not LSD, sadly. Ten seconds. Remember, each one has a double N and 10 letters. Moving on to number 2, a pre-splash poolside cry. Just a note, spelling will not matter on these, but they really should be 10 letters, so you could probably figure out a way to spell it. Ten seconds. There's a lot of ways to describe things. Here's one: plants that survive winter. Ten seconds on this guy.
What? I don't really care. I'm not going to count every letter, but
Let's skip it along to number 4, New England cornmeal flatbread. And I'm from Montana. I didn't know what the hell this was. Ten seconds. Please notice, by the way, if it's plural or what state of the word it's in, that does matter. But this is ulnar nerves, especially along the humerus. So again, in case you missed that, make sure to check for plurals and what part of speech it is, though I will be checking for those more than spelling. 10 seconds. Moving on to question number 6. The last name of Batman's butler. Get at it, nerds. Just because you're dark doesn't mean you're not a nerd. Ten seconds. Question number 7 in that double N, the 10-letter word, and opera's biggest diva. It would be me, but I don't do opera. I don't do opera.
Okay, go get your ear.
You want to leave your logo?
I know, I figured that thing. I know, I respect that. That hurts my heart.
10 seconds.
I didn't like shout anything out over the microphone right now. I'm sorry.
To bring it back to the essence of the being stands that and to the fact that
Got number 8, a little scientific for you. Organs a spider uses to make silk. Notice the organs, plural, please. Ten seconds. Moving on to number 9, and this is kind of clunkily phrased, but commonly colored downwind sailing sails. And seconds.
I'm like, Carlos, what color?
And finally, last but not least, long sequences of columns joined by their, obviously, their entablature.
No.
10 seconds.
Please.
First time, for the first time in forever.
All right, folks, that's going to do it. Don't forget to use your star. And also, just a minor pitch toward you. As dumb as these are, I do spend like 10 hours of my life working on them. The bar can't afford me for that. So if you want to throw a couple bucks in my tip jar, I would not be sad at all. I wouldn't be sad like even a little bit, but I will give you 2 minutes starting now to get all your slips in. And if you want to slip something into my hole, that's my tip jar hole. You just please do.
Right there, Brian. Sorry, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll talk to my car and get some money. Because I know how poor you are to have to buy new. Just kidding.
I mean, that thing cost me like $8.
I probably did.
But I could just leave it there. So I'm like, it's too stupid. I must have it.
It's cool.
Yeah. Hey.
1 minute. 1 minute till we need all slips in, please.
You. Thank you.
Thirty seconds. Alrighty, friends, last call. Get these scored up as quickly as possible. If you have to have a tiebreaker, we'll do that before announcing answers. Get you done and clear here as soon as possible.
Here's the pile. Thank you. Isn't that just a lot?
It is a lot.
You know, the one thing I felt bad about was I realized it's broken. You should clearly would have a scrub brush. So it's like it's not enclosed anymore. But I usually have a price limit of like $3 to $4 for these stupid things. This guy was like 8, and I was like, I can't leave it here. He needs to be a third place prize.
Yeah, I support that.
Thank you. One of us has to. Or both of us could. I don't even know. It's nice to have somebody else give a flying fur. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, darling.
No, they just have, you know.
Alrighty, crew. We do not need a tiebreaker, though. It was dang close there at the end, down to a point here or there. Let's check your double ends. A lot of you tried to make words have double ends and 10 letters, but I'll tell you, I was kind as possible on these. So you're welcome, I guess, but don't get used to it. That emulsion of oil, egg yolk, and acid is mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. That pre-splash poolside cry is cuttable. Lots of ways to describe these kind of plants, but this is the one I threw in for today. Those are perennials. Permanent annuals, perennials. A couple people tried to put corn pone into this, which A, doesn't have 10 letters, and B, was not for New England. That's a Johnny cake. The only time I ever wish I was from the South is so I could be like, my mom makes hoe cakes. Hoe cakes is what they call them down in the South. And they probably put the N word in there just for fun, just for shits. Your ulnar nerves, especially along your humerus, are when you bump them. That's literally what your funny bones are. Funny bones. It's not the humerus, it's the nerve next to it. Alfred, who's Batman's butler, has a last name. Thanks for asking. It is Pennyworth. Pennyworth. 3 different teams put belladonna for this, which is a poisonous plant in the arsenic kind of family. We're looking for prima donna. There is no arsenic family, by the way. That was being stupid, but prima donna is what that means. There's also some really interesting guesses for this one as well. They were like, but silkinators. It's called spinnerets, the same thing that glowworms have and silkworms and all of them. They're all kind of called spinnerets together. Spinnakers are those big, beautiful, colorful sails you fly off the front of a sailboat. Only when trying to go downwind, usually, though. Kind of fly them like a kite. I ain't no sailor, but I've flown a spinnaker or two in my day. And also, the amount of you that tried to turn this into culminade somehow. I took it, though, because I love you. This is more like you have multiple colons in a row. This is a colonnade. Colonnades with the S. Thus your confusion as you try to squeeze an M in there. Again, pretty good round for most y'all. Let's check those final scores again. We don't need a tiebreaker. So let's see where your team ended up. Again, just a reminder, if you're part of our tournament, I will be adding your scores into the pile as we go. I didn't mean to mark the Titty Knockers as only getting 4 out of 50 right, but I kind of did. Accidentally. It's our points out of 50, but keep in mind we had that weird, folk heroes of America round. That random round had some odd stuff in it. Not everybody likes Matt Damon because they don't have a soul and don't think he's just cute enough to date, but not cute enough to fuck, Is that just me? Is that just... And here we are finishing the night off, finishing it off good with a total of 47 out of 50 possible points. Farewell, Donna. Have fun in Louisiana. Hope you like sweating. They're going to get the $30 gift card. Baby He Was Jesus got second place with 43 points out of 50. And third place are the Hot Flashers, who got 42 out of 50. Y'all, thank you so much for coming down to Redneck Karaoke here. Wait, what are we doing? We get so confused. No, I got it right here. We do appreciate you coming down, though. Please enjoy the AC down here just as often as you need it. It is a dodgy turd of a night out there. Should I get third? Aren't you there?
I do apologize. I did just realize he should have a scrub brush that must have broken off. But it's like called Buzzkill or something bottles there. Yeah, he's so drunk in that bath. Oh, here they are. Oh, what do you guys mean?
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. He may just be Jesus. We never even know. We don't even know who he is because it's Jesus. Yeah, folks, you come down for bingo every Tuesday, trivia every Wednesday. We got live music most Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays are just a good throwdown. Thanks some down to Cranky Sam. Have a good night, you guys. Please stay cool out there. Hail, hydrate. Hail, hydrate. Hail, hydrate. That's from Kara, to be fair. So if you don't like it, you're being racist. Mildly, somehow, confusingly racist. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to hop right out of here and you can have the whole space. So you're good.
Number camps.
Legally, I can't tell you that. I'm running a YMCA theater day camp for the kids. So, you're used to okay. Top. Okay. Oh, okay. We're 7-12. So, like, top kindergarten, I'm like, about 11 kids. It's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm like, well, I don't want you here if you're going to act this way. So I can talk to you that way. I don't work for the YMCA. I'm a teacher. And I'm going to tell you off to that private. Of course. Still, I'm like, I mean, I don't need to hear you groan. And if your eyes roll one more time, they're going to be across the floor. I want to help you find them. How are you going to find those eyes if they fall out? Because it's because it's theater. We have to work them hard. That's when it comes in. I'm like, again. Do it again until you get it right. Like that's been part of my game. So they get to whine a bit, but they still have to do it. And I'm like, oh. They end up loving it at 10 in the middle of it. They toast the surfer. You sleep, huh? I got Stephen Lush. Oh, good. I'm glad you're going. Where'd you guys at now? There you go. Yeah, it was hard. They're being that. So, somewhere that's like I'm gonna try to find $60,000 if that costs $1 million, but we were used like certainly getting much cheaper around holidays because people are like gambling their lives like well it's great. I guess for it's no funny. I think you talked about really kind of targeted. It's almost embarrassing to rock on the speakers, but I hear it. So if you need it broke up for also, I get that. She's got a first. Ask them to you $25 to us. Thank you. Very terrible, like it's lame ass terrible. That's and my child is safe. Like the opposite was running. Having some great alcohol, all a delicious alcohol. You know how you said you'd watch my beard? Yeah,
I
thank
didn't.
no, thanks for that. Really felt watch. Toke. Well, just
Give it back.
also they're not my pens. The bar has to buy them. I'm like, bitches, I ain't buying a pack of pens every week.